Hi YouTube, it's Rose, pertaining to Rose. I want to talk to you today about making your life 10% better. So everybody's saying, well, why not 100% better? Because all the 10% add up to 100% better. But let me tell you, I'm just going to give you some little tips and tricks to really help your life change. So I noticed early on that when my body started doing weird things, or I would get emotional and cry a lot. And I was thinking, oh my God, I got severe depression. What is going on? I'd cry over nothing. My life changed when somebody told me, and this, a lady that prophesied over me, she was not a prophet, but she definitely prophesied over me. She said, the Lord just told me you need vitamin D. And I'm like, I take vitamins. Apparently, I wasn't getting enough vitamin D. So the daily recommended allowance was just not enough for me. I started taking vitamin D, and it was like, my emotions just stopped. Like, I stopped getting all upset over every little tiny thing. It changed my life. So I probably do take more vitamin D than what most people do. I take anywhere from 4 to 5 tablets a day. If I take the liquid, I only take one, because the liquid gels or the oil gels go right through me for whatever reason. But the tablets, I can eat them up. Now, this lady also took vitamin D, and she took 13 of them a day. The doctor was so impressed with her blood work. Let me tell you, it really helped. Oh my goodness, it changed my life dramatically. That one little tidbit, that one little thing stopped all those emotions like crashing in on me, And the other thing was I would put on my armor. So I kind of learned early on that when you put on your armor, you got to kind of like speak it out into the universe, and it protects your emotions. It guards you from all that stuff stabbing at you. It kind of like keeps things from digging in. It really changed my life. And I do. I put on my armor. I say, I gird my loins with truth. I put on my breastplate of righteousness. I shod my feet with preparation of the gospel of peace. I put on my shield of faith and my helmet of salvation. It protects you. I don the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, in the mighty name of Jesus. Oh my goodness. That puts this huge protection around you. It prevents all those little things just getting at you. I was in a place where just everything went wrong. The refrigerator broke, the washing machine broke, and then the car broke, and then I needed tires, and then it was one thing after another. It was never ending. I was putting out so much money, it got to the point where, okay, I'm going to have to not pay the electric so I can get the refrigerator broke. I'm going to have to not pay the water bill so I can get my oil change. It was just one thing after another. And it got ridiculous. It got crazy. But when I started putting on my armor every day, the stuff seemed to stop. It stopped happening in my life. It was like a crazy change. That one little thing crazily changed my life. It was dramatic. It changed me, changed so much I still do it. I start feeling a little anxious over going to the dentist. I put on my armor now before I go. It changed my life. Now I can go in there and joke around and carry on and have a good time while visiting the dentist. Who has a good time visiting the dentist? Oh my goodness. It's change your life dramatically. There's a few other things. So I journal. I journal all the time. I have a bunch of journals. I got gold journals. I got journals I just write in. And I got journals that's my everything journals. I put my goals and my affirmations, my positive affirmations, my quotes. Some people use quotes instead of positive affirmations. I cut out pictures of stuff I put in there, pictures of flowers or things that I may want. You know, I do all kinds of stuff. My everything journals are like my little secret books. They work. They absolutely work. They changed my life journaling. Takes a couple minutes a day. Or you could spend a whole day doing it if you want. Whatever you do, I've made many journals for other people because I knew how badly their life needed it, and boy, did it dramatically change them. It really helped them out. They'd read it, and I tell them, you get to the prayers where I wrote prayers down, read them out loud. These are supernatural prayers. These prayers work every time. Like putting on your armor. That's a supernatural prayer that just really protects you from every little evil thing out there. So I also keep, the easiest one I've done is my little personal travel journal. So you just need a little one. I got a bunch of note tags in there because I'll often go back and reread stuff that I written in there. But one of the biggest things that I done that really helped me, it really did change my life, is I wrote my 8 critical tasks for the day. Now, I don't always do this because sometimes I've just been lazy, but I try and do it as often as I can. They tell you to do this every day. You want to know what the big wigs do? They're doing their 8 critical tasks every day. They're writing down their goals every day. They are taking time out before they pick up their phone, taking their time out to say their prayers in the morning. These are what the people that are motivated and driven, highly driven, does to get to the next level. So I started my 8 critical tasks. Now, I don't do them all at once because you never get them done. So I kind of like, as I think of them, it's like, oh, I got to do that, and I write it down. And then after I do it, I'll put one single line through. So I did 5. And my first one is go to the dentist. Gotta do the dentist. 2 was pay my bills. Gotta pay my bills. Those are critical tasks, believe me. 3, just do a video. Guess what? I'm doing a video. 4, clean house. I definitely need to clean today. I started. I have not finished yet. 5, check my emails. I make myself check my emails every day. Even if you're getting emails that are like this advertisement, whatever, you know, check them. You never know what's going to come across an email that's going to be pertinent to your life. It really does help to check them. Delete all those ones you don't need because you don't need 1,300 emails. Clean out your email. You don't need all that junk. So I'm at 5 today. I still got the rest of mine to get to 8. And I also use it to write down my notes. You know, I come across something on YouTube or one of my little business plans that I do. I write stuff down. So this one I wrote down, declare, make your declarations. Say, I focus, I focus, I focus. Start focusing. Really, really say it out loud. Say, I focus. I focus. It will improve your focus ability. It really does help. So when you say these things, it will eventually change your life. When you say them out loud, it will change your life faster. So these little things, these little, I call them little 10%ers or little 1%ers, they add up. So, you know, 100 pennies is $1. So if you do something every day that you know is going to change. Declutter your house. I don't care if you're so depressed and so stressed out that you can't do nothing. You can't get off the couch. You've just been crying and just can't handle life. Make yourself get up and declutter. Go get yourself a drawer, pull it out, take it back to the couch with you, take a little garbage can with you, and declutter that drawer while you're sitting on the couch. If that's all you can do, then do it. Let me tell you, decluttering is one of the easiest things to help change. It's just relieves some stress. That's what it does. When you go to being more of a minimalist, it will change your life. Start feeling emotional or your body's acting weird. Are you taking your vitamins? Check your vitamins. Start doing whatever it takes to do the 1% better or the 10% better. It adds up to 100% once you start doing all these little things. It will create change in your life. And when you practice doing them, like your journals, this one goes with me. I can carry it in my pocket. I can carry it in my purse. It'll fit in my back pocket. It'll fit in my shirt pocket, in my coat pocket. It'll fit in my purse. It'll fit in my glove box or in my console, wherever I need it. Goes in my desk drawer beside my bed. And I pull it out as I need it. I write down my 8 critical tasks. I write down, I think of a sudden new goal, or somebody run into somebody and they give you their phone number and email. Write it, pull out, grab the back, write it down. And I got notes everywhere. Look, this one says, market myself highly. And I do. I do market myself highly. So I advertise and whatever I need to do. You have to put out whatever you can that's going to change your life. Here's a good one. It says, I can choose the beliefs I want. I can re-choose my beliefs. Start thinking about these things. Oh my goodness. Start saying them. Go on YouTube and look up positive affirmations. And then start listening to some. And when you hear one that really resonates with you, write it down and say it every day. Do it for 30 days. See what happens. Say that supernatural prayer for 30 days. See if it don't change your life. Oh my goodness. It will dramatically change you if you keep practicing these little things. These little 1% and 10% things that you do. Journaling changed my life. Writing things down changed my life. If all you can do is sit there and do a to-do list, then do it. You do that 1% thing. Make yourself go outside every day. So that's what they call grounding. You go out and you get to nature. You go stand beside that tree, rest up against it, or sit underneath it, or go find that big rock to sit on and just enjoy the view. Take 2 minutes and do this. 2 minutes. Just do whatever you can. If you gotta get out in the sun, even if it's cold, get out there for 2 minutes. It will have dramatic experience for you. It will have a dramatic change. Your body is soaking that up. Your mind is soaking up that view. You're getting away from the phones and the computers. Don't take your phone with you. Do not take your phone. Do not take your computer or your laptop or your tablet. Don't take those things with you. Just go outside. Walk around your yard for 2 minutes. Ground yourself. I've already went out and sat in my yard. Just sat down on the grass and just sat there. It's called grounding. It soaks you in. Some people call it soaking when you just lay there and pray or think or just sit there and relax and listen to the music. That's soaking experience. It relaxes you. It changes your life. You want things that will dramatically help you. These little things help. So you look around your house and you say, what little thing can I change in my house that will make my life better? So I needed a coffee cup with a lid. So this is an indoor coffee cup with an outdoor lid. You find one that fits. It keeps my coffee a little bit warmer for a little bit longer. Thank God. Because it gets chilly in here sometimes. That's why I'm wearing a sweater. But believe me, if that 1% thing will help me, instead of complaining about, oh my goodness, my coffee is cold again, I gotta get up and heat it up again. Do something about it. Retrofit a koozie for around your cup. Cut up and fit in there and put some two-sided tape in there, whatever it does to hold it on, if that's what helps. Do whatever it takes. So, I'm big on reusing stuff and, keeping stuff out of the landfill as much as possible. And I do. I reuse a lot of stuff. I love reusing containers, which is probably the most popular. People will reuse. I reuse the wax bags. Now this one has a little paper clip on it that I had. I overuse these. My aunt told me this years ago. So I do wash them out. Open them up and set them over top of a cup so they can air out. Or I'll put a paper towel in there to help them dry faster. But I'm just putting stuff in there. These are great for freezing foods, by the way. Why are you buying all that plastic wrap and all that tin foil and all those little plastic baggies? If you're going to use the little Ziploc baggies, wash them out and reuse them. Air them out, flip them inside out, hang them up somewhere, let them air out real good, and then put them back in your little box that they came in. You're thinking, well, how is that helping my life? Oh, let me tell you, it helps dramatically when you start doing that. Do you know most people pay about $4 or $5 a month every time they go and buy their Ziploc bags? It's $4 or $5 a month that you're saving. Instead of using these, instead of buying wax paper and tinfoil and cellophane, you're not buying that stuff as often. Now, I don't know how often you buy that stuff. Maybe once every 3 or 4 months, or maybe every month. How much, it depends on how much you use it. Try using the wax bags out of your cereal boxes, your Cheez-It boxes, your Ritz cracker boxes, whatever. Try to reuse them, and you'd be surprised. They're great for holding cookies and whatever else in. You'd be surprised what you can use in them. And then I've been known to use paper clips to clip them shut. All kinds of stuff. Or the clothes clips, for the clotheslines are perfect to close baggies up with. Your chip bag got down to the very least amount of chips. Take the chips out and put them in there. They stay longer than putting them in a Ziploc bag, because a Ziploc bag holds all that moisture in there, and your potato chips get a little stale or a little soft on you. Try these little wax bags. Believe me, it helps. Truly helps. Tissue boxes. You take those empty tissue boxes. Now I got a full tissue box here, and stuff your grocery bags from the grocery store down in there so you can reuse them. And that's a nice little hidden place to keep your bags, and you can put this beside a chair next or behind a garbage can and pull out a bag when you need it, however you want to use it. You can cut the top off, You can decorate them, you can paint them, you can put decorated tape on them. They have that decorated masking tape now. And then you can use it as a trinket box for whatever. Or just something to look nice. You know, you learn how to do things that's going to help. So, how's that helping your life? That little 1% thing there, that one little percent thing is helping you declutter instead of having a big bag full of grocery bags. You now squeeze them up into a little ball and shove them down into a tissue box. Becomes this big instead of this big. You know, it creates room, it declutters, it helps you're saving the landfills from filling up the landfills by doing stuff like this. So you're not just helping yourself, you're helping the population when you do this. You are helping the entire world. You are helping, our livelihoods. You have to do whatever it takes to get that 1% or 10% better. All those little 1%, 10% add up. Let's make it 100%. Your 8 critical tasks. Keep your little journals. I love this little notebook. I put all kinds of notes in it. If I'm out running around and I hear something, I need to write it down. It's right there with me. I mean, and of course I got everything earmarked. Like, I write down notes. Like, I have notes on everything. I mean, I write down notes. I write down designs. Benjamin Franklin wrote everything down. Everything. And look how he became. Keep notes on everything. Oh, my little tags are falling out. Now I have to find out which tag was that and where it went. You don't need all those little tags, but whatever I have laying around, I'll reuse that paper as a little book note. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, I'll reuse it or reuse my envelopes. And of course, sometimes my little notes that I write on paper, I'll fold them up and use that then as my bookmark. These little things help. So do whatever you can. Any little thing. Take your vitamins. It will change. It will help you dramatically. It helps with your emotions because your body is now getting the proper amount of nutrients it needs. And it's supporting your blood flow and everything else. And believe me, it helps. Take some brain vitamins. I love my vitamins. So they have dramatically changed my life. I will always do them. I will do whatever it does. Really think about this. I had an old, and I'll have to show you next time I'm in Pennsylvania. I have an old blue, like a colonial blue hutch. It's like a 2-piece hutch in my kitchen / living room, because I have a small trailer back home. Well, my sister has it now. I gave it to my sister. She's fixing it up so nice. But there's this huge hutch in there. Actually, my mother had bought it from my nephew Jesse, who did not want it. So I told him I would always hold on to it for him, and I still use this thing. But I realized at some point that I just didn't have enough room in that little tiny trailer. And I just needed to figure stuff out. So I found at a yard sale one of those little hooks, like this big. It had like 4 little hooks on it. And I went to the top of it on the side where it's not as visible to everything else. And I just stuck it up there, screwed some holes in and stuck it up there. And it just became the perfect place to hang things, the fly sweaters, and they were out of view from the rest because they were on that side that faced the back door. That little one thing helped me declutter an area where before fly swatter laid here and the back scratcher laid here and this laid there. I could just hanging all up there. It was a perfect place to put my keys. People walk in, they don't see your keys at the front door. No, I don't keep my keys at the front door. If somebody breaks in the middle of the night, they know right where your keys are. Right at the front door. Yeah, not only did they break in your house, but now they can steal your car. You know, think about these things. And it's such a common place for people to put things, and I don't know why they do that. These little tiny, tiny actions, these little tiny goals that you make for yourself, they all add up. They will all add up to that 100%. Those 8 critical tests that you write down, believe me, that will change your life. Do it every day. Do it every day for 30 days, see what happens. It will dramatically change you. Writing down your goals, writing down your positive affirmations and saying them out loud every day. Writing down your supernatural prayers and saying them out loud every day. You don't know of any? Oh, you got YouTube. Look back at some of my original videos from like 2 years ago. Go back. I have a bunch of them in there. Oh my goodness. They will change your life. They will. Go back and watch my wisdom video. Go back and watch my goal video. These little things will help you change dramatically. It will save you so much. It will save your life from all that depression and stress. Don't you want to be out of that? Don't you want to have a fun, loving life and go hang out? Go do things? Go have a bonfire with friends? These things will get you out of that depression doing this. These little 1% things will change your life. Go do it. I love you, YouTube. I'm not going to make this any longer. You are the best. If you watched me this far through, definitely let me know in the comments. Say, I'm working on my 100%. Write that in the comments. That way I know you watched it to the end. Love you, YouTube. Bye.